Hey guys, I'm Hannah from Engineering Myself, and I ran my first marathon. It's been about a month and a half. I ran the Medtronic Twin Cities Marathon on October 6th, and it's now November 25th, so it's a little delayed, but I've been quite busy. So I'm sitting here in my awesome finisher shirt and my cool medal, because really you only get to wear your medal from the time you cross the finish line to the time you get in the shower, and that's about it. So might as well wear it again. These are just 26 things that I learned and that I would give advice for my friends who are considering marathons. All right, so number one, your marathon training consists of many different elements. Long runs, short runs, cross training, and then there's also, you can do tempo runs, you can do marathon pace runs, you can do sprints, you can do intervals, you can do hill work, you can do, there's just like so many different categories that you can put your runs into that it can get really overwhelming really fast. Some days it feels like you're in over your head, and it's okay. Like, think about taking an exam. If you can get a question wrong and you can still pass the test. You can even get an A on the test if you miss a question. It's okay. So if you skip something, if you're not very good at one element, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Number two, commit to your schedule. Talk to people about it. They'll end up asking you, oh, how's marathon training going? And then you can give them a complete and honest answer like, oh, it's going great. Today I did whatever. So number three, in case you haven't heard it already, make sure you get proper shoes. Go to a running store, get fitted, ask questions. They'll help you out. The people who work at running specialty stores know what they're talking about. They're really friendly. Keep in mind that the shoes that are right for you might not be the prettiest, they might not be the brightest, but they will help you prevent injury, and that's the most important thing when you're training for a marathon. And it's actually suggested that you buy 2 pairs of shoes. So once you find like your perfect shoe, then go back and buy a second pair. You can get them in a different color if you want, that's fine. So number 4, put reminders of your marathon everywhere. Write them on a whiteboard, put them on Post-its, I had the picture of the finish line on my phone for 5 months. Put them on your computer. Everywhere you can find a place to put motivation or just a reminder that, hey, you're training for this, put it there. And then, speaking of which, number 5, there will be days when you lose your motivation. There will be weeks, it will probably be like a good month and a half where you just like, I don't want to do this. So you need to find deep within you some self-discipline, and you just need to keep going. You're committed, you have paid for it, you just keep going. Self-discipline, you can do this. Okay? Number 6, rest days are the best days. Make sure you have at least one rest day a week, even if you feel like you don't need it. I don't know any, you will probably feel like you need it by the end of the week. So take your rest day. If you need another rest day, then take another rest day. If you're sick, then take off the week. Do what you need to do to stay healthy and help your body bounce back. It's impossible to predict the weather on race day, so you just kind of have to accept that, mentally prepare yourself to run through whatever, and you'll make it. You'll be okay. Just try your best in the given conditions. Like, if it started snowing in October in Minnesota, I wouldn't have been surprised, but I didn't train in snow at all, so, I still would have been fine. It just wouldn't have been what I'm used to. Number 8, stay safe, especially if you're running alone with iPod. If you have headphones in, then make sure they're low enough so you can still hear traffic, and wear bright colors so people can see you. Number 9, connect with experienced marathoners. There's so many great people on Tumblr who have reached out to me, and they're like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. If you have any questions, let me know. And they've answered my questions. They're just so encouraging, such fantastic people. There's forums all over the internet with marathoners, runnersworld.com, Training Peaks, whatever. They all have people who are willing to help you, so take their advice. Number 10, listen to your body. Learn the difference between discomfort and pain. Hopefully you kind of know where that line is before you start training, but if you don't, just listen really carefully to your body and you'll figure it out. Number 11, do your research. Marathoning takes a huge toll on your body, and if you're not prepared, then you're just gonna not be okay. So take the time to educate yourself. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you educate yourself on training and eating and cross-training and weightlifting and everything. Just learn as much as you can about marathon training and marathon running and race day strategy, and you'll be great. Number 12, you'll probably feel hungry all the time because you're burning a ton of calories. So snack on healthy food. At my apartment, the unhealthiest thing I have here is a Cliff Bar. So I only keep healthy food around my apartment unless I would like really want ice cream, then I'm gonna go buy ice cream. But I know like if I always had ice cream in my apartment, I'd be eating it all the time. So try to snack on healthy food. It's okay to treat yourself. It's all about balance and, live your life how you want. I like ice cream. It's cool. Number 13, it's probably a good idea to run a half or two before even considering a full marathon. I did not take that piece of advice, but I did manage to squeeze in a half marathon before my full, and it was a really good kind of insight. It was like a dress rehearsal, except not really because they're very, very different races. So half marathons are pretty cool too. 14, foam roll. My foam roller was about $20, and I learned how to use it by Googling foam rolling or foam rolling for runners. There's videos and articles all over the internet. You'll figure it out. Number 15, leave the watch at home sometimes. Like any kind of training, you're going to have abnormally good days and you're going to have abnormally bad days. So just look at the overall trends in your training and you'll be okay. Some days, it's just best not to know like the actual numbers and just go by feel. Number 16, make sure you are well hydrated before, during, and after your run. Number 17, your feet will look absolutely disgusting at times. Blisters, calluses, bruised toenails, swelling are all kind of common things. It's fine. You earned it. Take pride in it. Number 18, learn how to take an ice bath or just a really cold bath in general. Number 19, when you're looking for a training program, make sure that you can handle the first couple weeks of it so you're not going in completely over your head. Number 20, pacers can be really amazing on race day. I have never ever ran with another person in my life before. No, that's not true. I ran a 5K with my sister-in-law. That's it. I talked to my pacer the entire time. She was wonderful. Her name is Marie. She paces for Cliff Bar team. Pacers can be great. They keep you motivated. They know what they're doing. You can ask them questions because they've certainly ran marathons before. They're the best. Number 21, if you have the opportunity to, drive the race course beforehand so you kind of can get some mental checkpoints. Number 22, find a song, especially if you like listen to music when you're running like I do. Find a song that's like your power song and then visualize yourself finishing to it. So I always, whenever the song This Is My Now by Jordan Sparks came on my iPod, I would imagine myself finishing it to it. And then around mile 25 and a half, it came on my iPod. I have over 100 songs and like 6 hours of music or something. And it came on and I just started crying. And so I almost finished to it. I think it stopped around mile 26 and then I took out my headphones so I could experience the finish line, and it was awesome. And then number 23, you're going to have bad days and you're going to have even like bad chunks of, you're going to have like a bad week or bad like 2 weeks, and it's okay because overall you're still putting in the work and you're still making progress. Number 24, nearing the end of a marathon can be a little emotional. Like I put up like a post-marathon post on Tumblr and I talked about how I cried like 5 times. Like, I'm not a big crier, but it's emotional. You're tired physically and mentally, and then you're almost done, and then you've trained for months, and then you're finally done. It's such an accomplishment. Like, I was crying when I got my medal. I was crying when I found my parents after. I was crying on the course. Like, it's okay. It's okay. And then number 25, you will want to brag about your marathon, and it's kind of funny because a lot of people say like, oh, runners always like to talk about how much they run and like their workouts and all that stuff. And really, like, I found that it's not even because it's not because marathoners think that they're better than everyone else. It's just like, it's such a life-changing experience. If you really put your heart and soul into it, it's is awesome, guys. So yeah, like I have a 26.2 decal on my car and one on my laptop, and I have like a t-shirt that says 26.2, and my Nikes say 26.2, and I don't care, like I earned it, so it's pretty awesome. 26, bring a fan club to your race. Both my parents came to my marathon, and it was really awesome because I could see them when I was running, and since I wasn't going for a time, I went up to them and I got to hug them, and it was great. Like at mile 21 I saw them, and it was like miles like 20 to 22 are all uphill for Twin Cities. So I saw my parents at mile 21, and then I left them and I like started crying again because it's like that's when it hit me, like, okay, you have 5 miles left, and it was just like I'm actually going to finish this marathon, so that was really cool. And then 26.2, the last 0.2 miles are the absolute best, so embrace the finish line. Like I said, like I took out my headphones so I can hear everyone cheering for me. You're gonna hear the announcer, you're gonna see the photographers. Try to smile for the photographers if you can. I'm like making an ugly crying face in all of my photos at the finish line, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. Finish exactly how you wanted to finish and be proud of yourself. So that's about all I can say right now. I did get a question a couple weeks ago on Tumblr asking if the marathon was the be-all, end-all, and it is absolutely not. In fact, today I picked up my first bib number for 2014. It's a triple digit, which is a little scary, instead of 3 or 4 or 5 digits. It's a 14-mile race on January 1st in Minnesota, though, so there's probably not a ton of people who want to run it. But if you have any questions, shoot me a message. I'll get back to you when I can. And you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout my 5 months of marathon training. You guys are the best. I love you all. And I'm also running Grandma's Marathon in Duluth, Minnesota in June. So I will be starting training for that in beginning a few weeks into 2014. I don't know. I'm thinking February maybe? So look for that. I already have a tab ready to go on my blog. It's called Marathon 2.0. So you guys can follow my posts there if you would like, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks. Bye.